Hello there. Happy Halloween. Thanks for stopping by. What are you supposed to be? What's that? K-pop? What? What is it this year with all these kids dressing up as this K-pop hunter thing? You're like the fifth person already tonight. I've had 5 of those, 3 Supermen, a handful of Ninja Turtles, and something called Fortnite? I must be getting old. Anyways, what do you say? Trick or treat, correct. And I have right here a nice big old box of candy. Anything in particular that you want? I've got Snickers, Kit Kat, Butterfinger, 100 Grand, Reese's Cup, I know that's very popular, some M&M's. What are you feeling? I got you. Let me find one of those. Got one. Hold out your little bucket. There you go. Thanks for stopping by. My outfit? Can you tell who I am? It's a little obscure reference, a little older, but I think it's nice. Say, before you go, could I proposition you something? I know it's very precious night, only one night you do around get free candy, and I know that's popular, but do you mind staying with me and keeping me company for a little bit? I mean, it hasn't got a lot of kids, it's been kind of slow tonight, but if you want to stay, we can chat a little bit, and, there might be some, candy and scent. You can help yourself to the box and make more candy with me than you do walking around, and we can have a nice chat. What do you say? Does that sound good? Good, excellent, okay, sweet. Well, I'd say help yourself to the box. There's a whole lot of things. I've got Mounds and Almond Joy. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Maybe you have a nut allergy. Maybe you want some Milky Way, Snickers, anything you want. Help yourself. Me personally, I was thinking about digging into some pumpkin pie M&Ms. Maybe we'll save these for later. You want to share them? Yay, no, they are share size. I don't know, maybe. I know what I'll do. Underrated candy bar. Very underrated. I'm gonna have myself one of these. Soft and chewy and wonderful. Fun fact, did you know that Three Musketeers used to come in 3 different flavors? Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. That's why it was called Three Musketeers. There's some other Halloween facts if you want me to tell you some. Break the ice a little. Did you know that pumpkin is a fruit? It's true. It's a fruit. It's a gourd, but it's not a vegetable. It's a fruit. I looked up a couple little facts just to, Halloween icebreakers. Did you know the largest pumpkin ever was 2,749 pounds, I believe? Yeah, that's a big pumpkin. Can you imagine trying to scoop out all the insides of that thing? You need a shovel. Take you hours. Did you know the most canned pumpkin is produced in the state of Illinois? I never eat canned pumpkin, so I couldn't tell you, but apparently it mostly comes from the state of Illinois. Illinois, not Illinois, there's no S at the end. Well, there is, but it's silent, depending on who you ask, but I digress. said, I've got quite a lot of candy, so anything you're feeling, here you go for it. Do you have any pets? I do. I have a couple pets. Do you know that I think it was like 2 years ago, America spent like $700 million on their pet costumes? It's a lot of cheddar for a kitty cat to look like a pumpkin, but I mean, I don't really blame them. I would probably do it too if my pets wore outfits. Do you know the movie Friday the 13th? Yeah. Do you like scary movies? I usually don't. You know, maybe a little of suspense, but I'm not into horror. But it turns out that a man built a full-size statue of Jason for Friday the 13th and sunk it in a lake in Minnesota. And now you can go and see it if you want to be a scuba diver and go down and see it. Although if I was scuba diving and I saw a Jason statue at the bottom of the lake, I don't think I'd be too happy about that. Not one bit. So, when's your birthday? A bit of a personal question. Mine's in November. Yeah, did you know that there's a couple famous people born on Halloween? Willow Smith, Rob Schneider, Vanilla Ice. So in case you like any of their work, now you know. Ooh. $100 bar. Another highly underrated candy bar. Very, very good. You know that Halloween is the second largest commercial holiday? I think in the United States. I don't know about the world. Although I guess that's a fair guess, considering Christmas is probably the largest. What do you think you spend more money on? I'm definitely Christmas for sure. Halloween jack-o'-lanterns actually initially come from Ireland. But because there wasn't a lot of pumpkin produce in the Ireland, I should say, they used to use turnips and beets and potatoes. And then whenever it got to America through Irish immigrants, they switched to an American produce. Pumpkin. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Or candy any time of year? Good choice, good choice. It's a bit of a controversial one for me. I like Butterfingers the most. My favorite. Here's another controversial question while we're on the topic. Do you like candy corn? Very polarizing, very polarizing. Me personally, I really like candy corn. Turns out candy corn used to be called chicken feed to appeal to American farmers. You know, little agricultural, that's not a word, agricultural fact for you. The ever popular Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, if you're interested. I also have Reese's Pumpkin. I have Reese's Caramel Cup. And I think I got one of those Reese's, like, layered ones. You know, those, like, Take 5, Fast Break. One of those ones. A lot of good choices. Can't really go wrong. Do you have any candy you don't like? Me personally, Dots or Red Hots. I'm not even against just, I don't know, something about it just, not my speed. Oh, remember I mentioned pets earlier? Well, I have a cat, and it turns out a Halloween fact is that black cats weren't really allowed in some adoption agencies to be adopted around Halloween time because there were some, let's say, satanic groups doing not so friendly things around Halloween time, and they wanted to protect their cats. But now the culture has kind of shifted to purposefully promoting black cat adoptions on Halloween because it's a more popular time of year to adopt a black cat. Of course, need background checks because I want to make sure that whoever gets the cat is actually taking care of the said cat. Ah, you look over there. Looks like there's another group of trick-or-treaters coming. What do I see? A vampire, a Minecraft creeper, a Ghostbuster? Okay, throwback. Throwback. Well, I don't want to keep you from any more of your Halloween night. Thank you for taking a couple minutes just to hang out with me. Feel free to check out the pumpkins, and I want to thank you for sticking around. I think you've earned some of these. Pull out your little bucket there. Fabulous. I think there was a Heath bar in there for you, so enjoy that. I'd like to thank you for spending your Halloween night with me. Have a pleasant rest of your evening if you do choose so. God bless.